けてあげよう君と僕のみたいに隠れているさあここへ手をつないだらほどけないよ君と遠くへ遥かな日の記憶に咲いた青い国を見るストーリー輝く瞳その歌声伝えよう
Polo, I said I was sorry. Please, come on, don't be like this. I know I was gone too long, and I apologize. I guess I hoped you'd understand.
Tis narrow here, far too narrow.
You're right, it is a little inconvenient. But I have to admit, I actually like old places like this.
Why is that?
It has character from the wear and tear it's experienced over the years. Think of how a tool slowly changes as you use it. Gradually it gets worn down, but it ends up being the only one you want to use.
It sounds similar to the way a river changes shape throughout time.
No, that's not quite the same. Sorry, but I'm going to have to disagree with your analogy.
Oh. Well, what about a person's heart, then? You refer to it as a soul, right?
Huh, a soul. Possibly. Although, I guess you'd have to look at it somehow. One would need to see all the places where it's been chipped away, injured, and repaired. Then you could recognize it as your own. You could say, this is mine. May I help you, Princess?
Very well.
Hup.
If we could find a way to pull out your soul and look at it, I believe I can say with all certainty that it would be the same color as me.
Well, I could see that. I think it's reasonable to say you've worked your way into my soul somehow. Kind of like a poison.
Yes, of course. I am the poison. You did fall for my smile, did you not?
That makes me wonder what the color of your soul must be.
Let me think. It is multicolored. It sounds as if you are feeling a pang of possessiveness, is that it?
Huh?
Were I in your shoes, I would probably feel the same way.
It's right.
No, but it is a fork in the road. You should tell me how you will manage to subjugate your egotistical passions.
Okay, well, let's see. This is indeed a very sensitive issue. I'm sure most people suffer from their passions in one way or another. But might it be you are only asking me this because you are by nature a jealous and dominant creature? It seems to me, madam, that you are projecting.
And if that was the truth?
Well, first I'd have to consider the situation from your point of view. Then I could come up with a more accurate solution. I've got it. You cannot control your emotions. Even if you know, you'll hate yourself later for it.
So, you think it is right then?
Yes.
However, possessiveness and self-hatred, what a shame. I do appreciate your noble attempt at stepping into my shoes to determine my innermost desires, but unfortunately, the only thing you figured out is what you want me to be. I will never understand why males are attracted to jealousy and weakness in females. Oh, I am a mere woman who is so distressed by wanting you that I hate myself. You wish for them to desperately cling to your terribly generous hand. 'Tis pathetic. Well, shall we go? I wonder.
What?
Now, I am only asking this to tease you, but would you like to know how many I've had?
My heart is far too delicate to suffer that specific bit of information. Okay, I heard he can be pretty difficult, so let's try to behave.
I do not know what you could possibly mean. I always behave. But I shall certainly watch over you.
Maybe you should just go back to the inn and take a nap.
That is not a bad idea. Of course, I would not be counting sheep on top of the bed, if you know what I mean.
Fine. So just how many is it? You're right. And evidently it seems I'm even an idiot amongst my own kind.
Hello there, who might you be?
I'm Kraft Lawrence. Miss Ave Bolan said I was coming?
Yes, we've actually been expecting you. Please come in. I'm sorry about the wait.
You know, I can't get enough of that reaction.
I agree, Rigoro. It's quite nice.
It's amazing, isn't it? All you need to do is give it a little bit of effort, and you can keep the plants green for the entire year. Yes, Fleur did tell me about you. Something about a strange request that only I could help you with.
Yes, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Kraft Lawrence, but everyone calls me Lawrence.
And I'm Rigoro Dedri. Nice to meet you.
And this is my traveling companion.
My name is Holo.
I love it. That was hilarious. It is wonderful to meet you.
Likewise.
I have to admit it, your reaction to my prized garden made me very happy. What can I do for you to show you my gratitude?
Well, actually, what Ave told you was right. She said you would be able to help me find books that tell the old stories and legends from this town. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. But I can't believe that's really what you came here for. Fleur told me, I guess it's Ave. She may act tough, but she can be quite mischievous.
Which makes sense. After all, you're not frowning with a long beard. You're quite a bit friendlier than I expected. Looks like she got us both.
Who knows what she'll say about me next. Although I suppose some people don't find me to be very friendly at all. I guess that's because recently I've been refusing meetings as much as possible.
I should tell you I'm a merchant from outside the city. Are you sure it's okay for the two of us to be talking like this?
Yes, you came at the perfect time. Maybe this is what they call God's providence. I actually just returned from the meeting. It concluded and finally adjourned not long ago. Well, as one would expect of a merchant who is traveling with such a beautiful companion, you don't let your guard down. I imagine constantly protecting yourself with wit and finesse can get exhausting. The back of the back is the front, am I right? I could see you were surprised that the meeting ended early. It flashed across your face. Don't forget I'm the scribe for the 50-man meeting for a reason. I can understand what is behind a person's changing expression. Now, your expressions are more difficult to read, but when I combine them with the movements of your lovely companion, everything starts to become clearer to me.
That was impressive.
It's really not. That's just a little trick of sorts. And if I'd had ill intentions, I wouldn't have told you the truth, right? Besides, even if I did know what people were thinking, what good would it do me? I'm a terrible communicator. So, does that make me a failure as a merchant?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it does.
It's also why I'm not too popular with women. All the books that you're wanting are in the basement.
Looks like the back of the back is the front.
I do like that he was looking at my face.
I've never seen anyone do a trick like that before.
I believe he was telling the truth about no ill intentions. He is almost like a child. But for someone with such a skill by your side, I am certain that you would lead a worry-free and relaxing life indeed.
Do you ever not have ill intentions?
By the way, I'm dying from curiosity, so I'm sorry, but I have to ask you. Why do you want to know about the legends from this town?
She's searching for her legend.
Her legend?
She's tracing back her lineage, and I'm helping guide her back to where she's from. That's the reason we're here.
I understand. You must be headed north then.
We are, but we don't know the exact location yet. Right now, we're just using a legend she remembers to try and find our way there.
How very fascinating. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure you have a reason. Such is the way of the world, I suppose. Did anyone tell you that children who are brought from the north sometimes end up staying in this city? It's hard to imagine anything better than returning safely to one's home.
No, this is all of them. I thought it would be easier if you went ahead and took everything with you.
I won't feed you for 3 days if you drop those. Why don't you hand a few over to me?
That is why I normally would have you read them here. However, I trust Fleur implicitly, and if she can trust you, Lawrence, then I will trust you as well. I think it would be nice if we all thought that way.
True. I promise to be careful with them. It must be easy to wave your hand like that when you're not holding anything.
And it must be easy to babble like that when you are being a big baby. I hope you do not expect flattery. It would only overexcite you.
I have no idea what you mean. Flattery annoys me. Good grief, you do know even gluttony has its limits, don't you?
What a nice evening.
Huh?